Dear children, in my last video, I had explained to you this story, Everything is Possible, right? So we had read a beautiful story about these two girls, Anjali and Pinky, right? So go watch that video again to revise the story. In today's class, we are going to look into some question answers from the same story. Now, the first type of questions is choose the correct option, right? So you are given three options. You have to choose which one is the correct option. Anjali and her parents had shifted. So we all know that they had shifted to Junagadh from another city, right? So just 1 month back, they had shifted to Junagadh from some other city. So you will mark answer A as correct. Second question, which of the given statements is true? Now you've been given three statements. We will read them one by one and we will see which one is true. Anjali's mother was the commissioner and her father worked in a bank. So this is incorrect. Second statement says Anjali's father was the commissioner and her mother worked in a company. Again, this is incorrect. Third one says Anjali's father was the commissioner and her mother worked in a bank. So this one is correct, right? So Anjali's father, he was the commissioner, and Anjali's mother, she worked in a bank, right? Now let's read the third one. Raghuram was, so we all know Raghuram was a gardener who used to live in the outhouse and he worked as a gardener in the mango orchard. Okay. Anjali introduced Pinky to the world of animals, world of books, or to the world of plants. So we all know that Anjali introduced Pinky to the world of books. Okay, that every day she used to read books for stories for Pinky. Now the B part of this question answer series is answer the following questions. Question 1 says, what did Anjali's father do? Right? So we've just read it that Anjali's father was the commissioner of Junagadh, right? Second question is, what was one of the main things that Anjali liked about Junagadh? So as from the story we've already read that she loved going for lion safari to the Gir sanctuary, which was just 2 hours drive from the city. उनके घर से सिर्फ 2 घंटे के रास्ते पे एक गिर सेंचुरी थी. वहां पे अंजलि को लायन सफारी करना सबसे ज्यादा पसंद था. Okay, how did Anjali help Pinky learn to read and write? So from the story we know that Anjali invited Pinky to come to her place every afternoon, and there she used to read stories for her. They used to read different type of stories, fairy tales, mythological stories and fables, right? And every day she used to also get books from the library for Pinky, and she also gave Pinky her old story books. ठीक है? So क्या क्या हुआ? She invited Pinky, like she invited her to come to her school, come to her house after every afternoon after school. Then she taught her how to read and write, right? She used to read stories for Pinky. She used to also get books from the library, right? And also she gave her old storybooks to Pinky. So these are different ways through which she helped Pinky to learn how to read and write. So question number 4 says, do you think Anjali did the right thing by giving her old books to Pinky? क्या आपको लगता है अंजलि ने सही चीज की by giving her old books to Pinky? Yes, Anjali did the right thing. There's a correction here. Yes, instead of Pinky, it should be Anjali here. Okay. Yes, Anjali did the right thing by giving her old books to Pinky. So since Anjali had already read these storybooks, so they were of no use to her. So when she gave these books to Pinky, Pinky could read them, and by reading those books, she could learn how to read and write. Okay. Next question is, how do you think Anjali felt after helping Pinky to learn reading and writing? So we all know that Anjali was the happiest after helping Pinky to read and write. She says she felt as if she has cleared a exam. So Anjali was the happiest. Okay. Now the last question says, how do you think Pinky's life changed after Anjali helped her? What would happen if Anjali had not met Pinky, right? So when Pinky met Anjali, she started learning. Anjali taught her how to read and write, right? And slowly, once she started learning how to read and write, Pinky also started going to Anjali's school, right? So if both of them would have never met each other, Pinky would have never been able to study and she would have never been able to go to school, right? So these were some question answers from this chapter. Okay, read the story again and then do these question answers. Thank you.